everyone. Welcome back to English Studio class. I am Professor Venkatarama Beer, Associate Professor of English at Government First Grade College, Chikbalapura. In today's video, I will walk you through the third semester English syllabus prescribed by Bengaluru North University, which is framed as per the guidelines of the state education policy. This syllabus is applicable to a wide range of BCOM streams, including BCOM General, BCOM LSCM, AEDP, logistics operation, e-commerce operation, retail marketing operation, BFSI, and entrepreneurship. This syllabus follows the choice-based credit system and is effective from the academic year 2024-25 onwards. The prescribed textbook for this semester is titled Exuberance 3. Now, let's look at the literary component, which falls under section A. It consists of 4 important chapters with a total classroom teaching time of 24 hours, distributed as follows. The play, The Swan Song by AntonChekhov, it's allotted 15 hours. Short story, The Globe of Gold by Bankimchandra Chattopadhyay, it's allotted 3 hours. Speech, Mahatma Gandhi's speech on the eve of DandiMarch, 3 hours is allotted for this lesson. And at last, the poem for the Dispossessed, it's by SJoseph. It's allotted again 3 hours of teaching. Each of these literary pieces has been carefully chosen to enrich our understanding of the language, literature, and values. Now, let us take a detailed chapter-wise tour of section A, the literary component of the third semester BCom English syllabus. Let's begin with the first chapter, which is a one-act play titled The Swan Song by AntonChekhov. Swan Song is a short one-act play by AntonChekhov set in a small countryside theater at night after a performance. It tells the story of an old actor named Vasily Svyatolovidov, who is 68 years old, and his conversation with Nikita Ivanich, an old prompter who works at the theater. Vasily, a comedian, comes out of his dressing room holding a candle and realizes he fell asleep after drinking too much during his benefit performance, a show held to honor him. He is alone because everyone, including his helpers, Yegorka and Petrushka, has left the theater. Feeling lonely and drunk, Vasily starts talking about his old age and how his life is almost over. He calls himself a foolish old man and feels sad that no one came to take him home after his big night. Suddenly, Nikita Ivanich appears, startling Vasily. Nikita explains he sleeps in the dressing rooms because he has nowhere else to go. Vasily opens up to Nikita about his life. He is upset because, despite being loved by the audience, they called him out 16 times and gave him gifts. He feels nobody truly cares for him. He has no family, no wife, no children, and feels like a lonely man who will die forgotten. Vasily remembers his past when he was young, handsome, and full of energy. He tells Nikita about a time when a beautiful woman loved him for his acting, but asked him to give up the stage to marry her. He refused, and that moment changed him. He realized that acting, which he thought was sacred, was just an illusion, and an audience's love was fake. Since then, he played silly roles and feels he wasted his talent. To prove he is still a great actor, Vasily recites powerful lines from the famous plays like Boris Godunov, King Lear, Hamlet, and Othello. Nikita joins in, playing small roles to support him. Vasily gets excited, feeling young and talented again. But soon his sadness returns. He cries, saying he is just a squeezed lemon and not a real genius. Nikita tries to comfort him, calling him a genius, but Vasily feels his life and career are over. At the end, they hear Yegorka and Petrushka returning, and Vasily decides to get dressed and leave. He laughs off his sadness, but then cries again, hugging Nikita. They walk off together with Vasily quoting lines from Othello about saying goodbye to his past glory. The curtain slowly falls, leaving a mix of hope and sadness. The play is about growing old, feeling lonely, and questioning the value of fame. Vasily loves acting, but feels it cost him a meaningful life. It is a simple yet emotional story about regret and the search for purpose, told in a way that shows both humor and heartbreak. Moving on to the second chapter, we have a humorous and satirical short story, The Globe of Gold by Bankimchandra Chattopadhyay. One day, Lord Shiva, Mahadev, and Parvati were playing a game of dice on Mount Kailash. The prize was a golden ball. Shiva kept losing the game and Parvati finally won. She threw the golden ball down to earth, saying it might help humans. Shiva warned that interfering with the laws of the universe might cause problems. But let her do it. But this was not an ordinary ball. It had magical powers. It could switch people's minds, meaning if two people touched it, they would start thinking they were each other, someone else. The golden ball made people swap their minds or personalities. On earth, a man, Kali Kanta Babu, a well-known and smart man, was on his way to visit young wife, Kamasundari, who was at her father's house. On the road, he found the golden ball on the ground and gave it to his servant Rama to keep safely. As soon as Rama hit the ball in his clothes, the magic worked. Their minds got exchanged. Rama began to think he was Kali Kanta Babu, and Kali Kanta Babu thought he was Rama, the servant. When they reached the father-in-law's house, confusion began. The servant acted like the master. Rama bossed everyone around, smoked the hookah, and acted like a noble man. The master behaved like a servant. Kali Kanta Babu, being polite and confused, acted like a servant and even touched his own wife's feet, thinking she was his master's wife. Everyone in the house got confused and started treating Rama as the respected son-in-law. Kali Kanta Babu, acting like a servant, was mocked and even pulled into the kitchen. More chaos followed. The family was shocked. They thought Kali Kanta had gone mad. And his wife, Kamasundari, became very upset and embarrassed, crying and locking herself in a room. Meanwhile, everyone started beating Rama, thinking he had tricked them. The golden ball fell and more people touched it. During the scuffle, the golden ball fell out of Rama's clothes and more people touched it. Each person who touched the ball switched minds with someone else. A maid picked it up and the mind switching chaos started spreading again. Even the master of the house and a maid exchanged minds, causing more confusion. A woman acted like a man and a man acted like a woman. People were shocked and scared. More villagers came to watch the strange events unfold. Finally, everything became a huge mess. Women acted like men, masters acted like servants, old like young, and wives like husbands. Seeing the trouble back on Mount Kailash, Parvati asked Shiva to take the ball back, as it was causing too much confusion. Shiva explained that these mind switches were already happening in real life. Servants acting like masters, women taking on men's roles, and so on. Shiva smiled and said these things happen on earth all the time. People often act in roles that don't suit them. He had only made it more obvious. Finally, Shiva took back the magical golden ball and everyone returned to their normal selves with no memory of the chaos that happened. Everyone returned to their real selves and no one remembered what happened. Now, let's look at the third chapter, which is a historic speech delivered by Mahatma Gandhi on the eve of DandiMarch, dated April 5th, 1930. On April 5th, 1930, Mahatma Gandhi delivered a historic speech at Dandi during the Salt Satyagraha. He shared that when he left Sabarmati with his followers, he was unsure if they would be allowed to reach Dandi. Although he feared arrest, he believed it was the power of non-violence that helped him complete the journey. He praised the government for not arresting the peaceful marchers, suggesting it feared public and world opinion. Gandhi announced that they would break the salt law the next day, as salt was a basic need and its tax was unjust. He believed that even if the government arrested him or others, the movement would continue because it belonged to the people, not just leaders. He encouraged everyone to make and sell salt freely as their ancestors did. Gandhi emphasized that the real goal was Swaraj, self-rule, not just Dandi. He asked people to stop wearing foreign clothes and promote Khadi. He also asked the people of Jalalapur and Surat to stop drinking alcohol and cut down palm trees that encouraged it. He explained that British laws once impressed him, but now the government was misusing power by entering homes and arresting peaceful people. Still, Gandhi remained strong and calm, even as many were arrested or beaten. Gandhi reminded people that this struggle was for everyone. If leaders were jailed, others must step forward. He believed that with non-violence, unity, and truth, they would achieve freedom one day. Finally, in section A, literary component, the fourth chapter is a poem titled For the Dispossessed. It's by S. Joseph. The poem For the Dispossessed by S. Joseph is a powerful message about protecting nature and rural life from the harmful effects of modern development and globalization. The poet worries that trees, animals, birds, small shops, and village people are losing their homes, jobs, and way of life. He requests people not to destroy the trees where birds and insects live. He also asks them not to take away the rivers, fields, tea shops, and homes of simple village folk. These are small things, but they are very important to the people and creatures who depend on them. The poet gives examples of hard-working villagers like small shop owners, people making utensils, rickshaw drivers, basket weavers, and women working in factories. Their work is honest and humble, but modern changes are threatening their lives. At the end of the poem, he shows how serious the situation has become. There is no rain, no work, and the hot sun shines above, showing nature's anger. This tells us that we are facing problems like drought and jobless because we are not caring for nature. The poet is not against development. He just wants it to happen in a way that respects the earth and supports village life. We must use natural resources wisely and protect our environment. The poem's message is clear. We must grow, but not at the cost of nature and rural people's lives. Now, we will be discussing section B, the grammar and communication skills component of the third semester English syllabus. Let us begin with listening and speaking skills, which is a vital part of business communication. Here, you will learn about the nature and importance of business communication, along with the process involved. The section also covers various types of communication, including verbal and non-verbal, written and oral, and even digital modes. Furthermore, you will explore bias-free communication, the channels used in communication, and the different styles such as formal, semi-formal, and informal communication. Moving on, under reading and writing skills, the syllabus focuses on business writing skills. You will be introduced to the process of writing, which includes drafting, editing, proofreading, and formatting. Additionally, you will learn how to write positive and neutral messages, persuasive messages, and bad news messages, along with mastering email etiquette, a must in today's digital world. Next, let us look at personal correspondence. In this part, you will practice writing leave letters, letters of complaint, and apologies, both making and accepting them. Following this, we come to business correspondence, a highly practical area. You will learn how to write various kinds of business letters such as letters of inquiry and replies, order letters, sales and product promotion letters, complaint letters, and their replies. Now, let us move on to the section on meetings. You will understand the need and importance of meetings, how to conduct them effectively, and the specific roles of chairperson and the participants. Moreover, you will learn how to draft essential documents such as notices, agendas, resolutions, and even minutes of the meeting. Lastly, public relations skill. Under public relations skills, you will explore the meaning and the key functions of public relations, including both external and internal measures and the structure of PR department itself. Friends, this concludes our session on the English syllabus for BCOM third semester. So dear learners, stay connected with English Studio class as I bring you detailed lessons, examples and practice sessions for each of these topics in upcoming videos. Till then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more useful academic content. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.